I will be doing a demonstration, a quick one, on how to lay out our patterns on a fabric with a one-directional design. As you can see, this fabric has the stems going in one direction because these flowers are all on top of the stems. So I'd also like you to see how one will manipulate or fold and refold the fabric so that we will minimize fabric wastage. There was a question on how to lay out our pattern when we have this hidden dart. One way is just to lay it out as is, or we can trace this pattern on a clean pattern paper. As always, pin first on the center area of the pattern paper on the top side, and then pin on the bottom of the pattern paper. Pin on the top side of the pattern paper or the pattern on our pattern paper. It's alright to press this area this way. And the last pin will be on the corner side of the side seam and the bottom or the waistline of our front bodice. So I will trace the outline of our front bodice this way. Actually, it is best to visit our website so that you get a sequential order of the lessons that I am offering in YouTube. Because when you click on the lesson of your choice, it will directly or immediately link you to YouTube. And in my own channel, when I start on lesson number 4. Okay, you see this hidden dart, you can always make a mark. Also mark the level of the front chest. Well, on the level of the bust, one need not actually make a mark because it actually falls also on the corner of the bust and side seam. Then we will trace the waistline curve. For the dart, we can mark this area where the dart lines end. And for the bust point or dart point, we can just do this. Remove this pin and mark it this way. And get the center by marking it this way. We remove this pin again. Okay. Now, we can connect this point to this point and this point to this point to form our dart lines. Okay? So this mark is for the hidden dart. We won't be using this mark. It's just good to know where your hidden dart has been folded. Okay? So we will cut this out. Mark it. As you can see, this is a different pattern because I will be using this dress. I like the print of the fabric, so I will just write my name and maybe write F for front. I will also mark the level of the front chest. Okay, we can start cutting the outline of the front bodice pattern. Okay, another question you may have is how from the regular bust dart It was placed here on the waistline, going up towards the bust. We will cover this on lesson number 4. You may wonder why I placed a semi-keyhole design on my neckline. I could have made a square neckline, but I felt that it was going against the design of the fabric, which is quite feminine. So I wanted a more feminine neckline. And also, I plan to wear a hanging pearl pendant here. So this is the design that I chose. Okay, so I will square where the front chest level will fall, and I will also square where the bust level will fall. For the back pattern, we also use the same procedure so that this area where the hidden dart is will not be a problem for you. So I will also mark this with my name or nickname, or I will also write back. I am just presenting to you how to lay out the patterns on a fabric if this fabric is non-directional. As you can see, we are saving a lot of fabric consumption. But since this is a one-directional fabric, we cannot lay out our fabric this way. Also, for my dress, I want an overlap slit here. We will really have to refold the fabric. And as you can see, the back skirt pattern is laid out wrongly as the flowers are facing down. While for the front skirt pattern, the flowers are facing up. Both the front and back skirt patterns should have the flowers facing up. So as we are conscious of the direction of our print, we will have to refold our fabric. Then we will place the front bodies this way. As you can see, we have too much of an allowance here, sewing allowance. So we can move the fabric again. All we need is more or less 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter allowance on this area. So if we move the fabric, we will be saving this much fabric. So we will again refold the fabric and check if okay. Now, to make sure that our fabric is on grain, I will have to check with the measurement if this fold has the same measurement as the bottom fold. So you see, we need to refold this area. Again, I'll check. Still, it's big here. Okay, now we have it. This is on grain. It might not look so because maybe this area of the fabric was not cut evenly. But here, from the fold, the measurement is equal. Actually, we measure this so that the fold is equal because we want our fabric to be on grain. And we of course follow the selvage because this selvage will signify that our fabric is on the lengthwise fold. For the bottom of this peephole, I will not be getting this flower because as I said, my accent will be a pearl pendant here. So I will place the center of my peephole lower than this flower. I am also conscious that I have 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter allowance for the shoulder line. And again, I will first pin the top of the center front and pinning downwards. Then I will pin this area of my pattern, then the shoulder area, the armhole area, the side seam area, and the side seam waistline area. Okay, I will be cutting this way. Later on, I will have a formal pattern making lesson. This lesson is just on the how to fold and refold the fabric when the fabric has a one-directional print. So, for the waistline, I will need 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter sewing allowance. And on the side seam, again, I will need 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter allowance. For the peep hole, I will actually need 1/4 sewing allowance, but I will just make my allowance a little bigger. We will just have to recut this when the facing has been connected to the neckline area. For the neckline, I will be needing 1/2 of an inch or 1.3 centimeter sewing allowance. Okay, for the shoulder line, again, I will need 1 inch or 2.5 centimeter sewing allowance. For the armhole curve, we need 1/2 of an inch or a 1.3 centimeters sewing allowance. So now, I have cut the pattern of the front bodice.